Alright, welcome to this tutorial, to this channel. It's TK Graphics here. So guys, just a quick one. I'm just going to show you quickly the interface of Pixellab. So when you go on Play Store, you download Pixellab. It looks like this. So the first thing that you're going to do, it's going to pop up like this when you open. So it's going to show the new text. So quickly what you're going to do, just a quick one. Below here you're going to see my projects, default, and these other things which are not necessarily for now. So my projects, this is where you're going to be finding your designs when you save them. So I was doing these just two designs just recently. So yeah, so that's where you're going to find your saved design. So on this plus sign, that's where you're going to be adding your text, your shapes, and that's how you import your images to this app from here. So you go to this delete icon. You can delete this. Let me undo that. When you delete, let me undo that. Okay, this is a save. There is a save project, save as image. When you are done, you can save it as a project, you can save it as an image. So you also go on the grid. There is a grid to make sure that things are aligned. The other things you're going to be understanding while we do the first design. So this panel here is a layers panel. So when you, let me just give you an example real quick. When I do this, let me just put another text. When I go on this layer, it shows here. So let me just put another text. Everything that is brought on the canvas in graphic design is divided into layers. So this is also on this layer. So yeah. The other things, don't worry guys, it's simple. We're going to navigate these things as we go on. So these other things, we will understand them later. So on this A sign down here, you can add text again on that A. Then you edit from here. You edit from there, you delete from there. Once you click there, you can copy to duplicate. You can copy to duplicate. So for here where it is written to front and to back, you just, let me just give you a quick example. Let me just give, okay, let me just import an image real quick. Let me just import an image real quick. Okay, okay, let's use this one. So when I import this image, not this one, let me import a transparent one, the one without a background, a background real quick. This one. Okay, so when I import this image like this, then what I will do now is just bring in a text. Let me just write go. Okay, so this go, let me just try to all right, let me just undo that. Okay, let me increase it in size. So I want this text to go back to behind the image. So what I would do is just go to back. So it goes behind the image. Then I can just click this. There was this. So for me to avoid moving this, I can go on this layers panel and lock this up. Now just click the go and say to front, to back, to front, to back. I think you understand what I'm saying. The position is, if this moving like this gives you some challenges, you can just use these positions like that, up, down, like that, like that. Okay, quickly we move. There's also the relative position where you can align this center, you can align it left, you can align it you can align it left, you can align it right, then you can center it, you can center just like that, you know. Then you go on the size, you can increase the size from here, you can reduce. The minus is reducing, the positive is increasing. Then you go on padding. This one I'll explain as we go on. I'll be explaining. Then you go on color, you can change the color of the text to whatever color. Then there's also gradient. I'll be able to explain about gradient as we go on. So gradient is more like a mixture of two colors or more. So I'll be able to explain as we move on about gradients. Let me just delete this image. Okay, cool. Then I'll go on texture. Texture will explain opacity. As I increase, decrease, it reduces, it fades, will increase, it gives a bright, uh, it gives the solid color. As I reduce the opacity, it reduces the text opacity. All right, so we go on rotate. You can rotate the text, and all those things. And the masking, for example, if you want to cut some part of this text, you go on mask, then you enable mask, and let's just cut. Okay, let's just put it there. Then you cut like that. Then go on mask again. You can even cut this whole entire part. Cut like that. Mask, increase like that. Like that, then you cut. All right. Quickly, let me just undo that. I will be able to show you these other things so that you understand them further. Then you can go on font. So Pixellab comes with its original default fonts, but I'll also show you in this video how you download fonts and be able to install them in the app. So these are my fonts that I just downloaded a few, Yes, I just have a few fonts, but I create really cool posters, cool graphics, But I just use a few favorite fonts that I have. I'll be able to share with you, and I'll show you how you can get these cool fonts. But it comes with some default fonts, some nice fonts. Also here, like you can use Chunk 5, and these other fonts that you can use that comes with the app itself. You can go on Curve where you can bend, So you're subtracting it, you're curving it downwards, then here upwards as you're increasing to the positives, right? So if you want to give this text a background, you can just go and enable background and choose a color for the background, and all those things. So align, graphic design is more of alignment and how neat things look. So you can align. Why is it not working? Oh, this is okay. Let me just show you real quick. Let me just show you what I mean real quick. Okay, let's remove the background. Okay, so if you want to remove the background, you just go on background and turn it off. Okay, quickly let's go on spacing. I'll be able to explain about this align as we go on so that you understand it better. I'll go on spacing as you increase the later spacings, like that, like you want it like this, like that, according to your preference. So it goes on line spacing. There's letter spacing and line spacing. So line spacing, you won't see the changes, but let me just do this so that you see. Let me say go. What? I didn't have a way to put there, guys. Let me just delete this. Okay, let me just delete this. I didn't. Let me. If you have a better word, guys, you can use it. But yeah, let me just say go what. Okay, cool. So now the line spacing is this. You want to reduce like the line between the space between the go and the what, that in between line. So you can just increase it or rather reduce it to that, like that. If you want, you can even do this, but that's the use of this line spacing. Cool. So these are things like stroke. You can give this is stroke. Stroke like is an outer lining of something. So you can just increase this. You can enable the stroke like that. Yeah, cool. So these are the things like the inner shadow, the emboss, perspective, 3D rotate, 3D text, 3D shadow, reflections. I'll be able to explain as we go on. Don't worry, guys. It's really, really cool. By the end of this 4 days class, you'll be able to understand perfectly and be able to master the art of graphic design. So cool. So when you go to this circle, like thing, not really a circle, like a rounded something here that is in between. So you go on stickers. It also comes default stickers. You can use some stickers here. So here import, you are able to import things to the canvas. on draw, I'll be able to show you what drawing really means. It's something you do this just then you have shapes. You have different types of shapes from shapes like yeah, cool. So radius, for example, the way this shape is now, you want to like reduce the sharpness of these angles. You can just increase the radius. Cool. That's there about the radius. All right. Okay. We're going. This one I'll be able to tell you more immediately we start. It's more of an explainable type of thing. As I'm orienting, I think you want to be able to get. You go on arrows, different type of arrows that you can use, guys. So yeah, cool. Something that that's not really like really. So go on this last part. You also have color. You also have transparent. If for example you want to save your work without a background, that is called a PNG, like I explained, called a PNG. So you go here and go on back transparent, then you go and save your image, then it will not have the background. So let me just undo that. Let me just okay, cool. All right. So all right, you go on image. So the image size, this is where you set the dimensions of the image. For example, you can save it as 1080 over, you know, uh, what's the common range size? You can save it at 1080. Those things I'll be able to show you. So here the width is 1280. So meaning the width is 1280 and the height is 1280. So for example, let me just do 1080 or 1080, and the height should be 1280. So cool. Have you seen that the dimension has changed? Let me reduce the width. Let me just reduce the width. Let's do 1000 flat, and let's do also 1000 flat. You've seen? So that's how you change the dimensions of the canvas. So guys, real quick, that was just a simple explanation on the introduction to the interface of this application. Very powerful application called Pixellab. So, so I'm going to now show you how to download fonts real quick. All right. So quickly, you just go on your Google Chrome. There are lots of sites that you can use to download fonts, guys. So I'll use my favorite. It's called, just write their fonts on your search bar. So it's this one. It will come in front, I think. Yeah, on the first part, not in front. What am I saying? Yeah, on the first part. So you go on the font site. You can say www.dafont.com. So yeah, let me search a very common font. Very common actually. Very common. Montserrat. Montserrat. How do they spell Montserrat? I don't know. Montserrat. Okay, cool. This is a very common font, guys. Yeah, so you can't afford to be a graphic designer and you don't really have this font. I don't know then what you're doing. Very common. Montserrat, I think it does perform. Let me just search another very common font called Poppins. Poppins. Yeah, cool. Poppins. So if you let me try this Poppins, right? This Poppins that is on the first part. I'll just go on this download icon here. Download. Yeah, guys. So it has downloaded high up here on top. It has finished download. These are very small things. They're very small. Mozzarella. I don't know why I'm going back. I just like mozzarella. It has refused, guys. So yeah, cool. So immediately download. The other application that I had mentioned yesterday to download is this application here. This application called the Z Achiever. Z, yeah, guys. So yeah, some code Z, some code Z. So you just go there. Now you go on downloads. That's where you're going to find what's this? The excuse me, the font that you've downloaded. So quickly, let's search for it. I don't want this video to take long. Sometimes when videos take long, people get bored. People get bored. But yeah, so okay, so here it is, poppins, poppins. So now you press on the poppins, then go on extract. Then you go on this left corner here, you press there, then say device storage. Then you choose where you make a folder where you'll be saving your fonts. So me, I save my fonts in my fonts. When I go there, you see this arrow like sign down here. You just press there. Then it says achieve successfully decompressed. So what I'll do now is just close and go on my Pixel lab. So the thing I'll do, let me just quickly give you an example. Let me just go on text. Let me just text like graphic design. So yeah, cool. So now I'll go on this A sign and go on font. Now these are the on fonts, these are just the regular fonts that are in Pixellab. Then on my fonts, that's where you're going to find your fonts that you have downloaded. So what you do is go on my fonts. So you have to import the font that we have downloaded to the app. Understand that? Let me show you real quick. So I'll just go here and go on my fonts, 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 my fonts. Whew, okay, here it is. So you'll find poppins. Just press there. You wait for it. So it has loaded. So you can go back on your fonts, again, my fonts. Then you'll find the poppins. It didn't load. Sorry about that, guys. Let's try real quick. Let's try real quick. My phone has started performing so slow. Real quick. Something. It's a poppins. Okay, cool. So it has shown here. So just say poppins regular. You've seen that it has changed. Yeah. So that's how you import the font, guys. So let me just redo the process real quick. So when you download the font, quickly you go on this app here. Immediately you go there, you go where you have saved your font, where it has been downloaded. That is the download folder there. For example, just let's us use poppins. And you go and extract on download here, left top, then you say device storage. Then you create a folder where you'll be saving your fonts. When I created my fonts and press this blue button down here, so I already have it. So it says I need to overwrite the file. So let me just skip. When I go to my Pixellab now, I'll just go on fonts, then my fonts, then on this T and the plus sign, I'll press there. When I press there, quickly I'll go to the file where the font, I've extracted the font. Now I'll find the font there. So this one it is. Then I'll just press there, then I'll find it here. Cool. So yeah, the last thing that I want to show you is how you can remove background. So yesterday I posted that you need to download this application called Pixellab. So you just download it on Play Store. You can also download it on App Store, I think. Yeah, I think so. Maybe if it fails, just inbox me. I'll help you if you're using an iOS, which is an iPhone. Yeah, definitely. So Pixellab, guys. Sorry, guys, this video is taking up to 20 minutes now. So this is going to be real quick, real quick. So when you open it, it goes like this. So this application is also there on Chrome or Google, wherever you can go. Just write or search Pixellab on your search bar. You're going to find this app if you don't want to this site, if you don't want to download it in your phone. So quickly you just go and remove backgrounds, AI backgrounds, retouch. You can also do some retouch, of course. when you get a pro version. But removing backgrounds, it gives you up to like 5, 10 times you can remove the background. So me, I like this app because when you remove the background, it doesn't reduce the quality of the image. So I'll go on remove background real quick. Let me just use some images that I downloaded on Pinterest. Okay, let's use this man. So it will just do the magic using AI. So yeah, cool guys. That's how you can remove. So you just you can just like go on this and say save. Cool. So what I did was remove background real quick. Remove background real quick. Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry guys, for this. But I want to like people to get the concept of what I'm saying. Let's try this image. I got these cool images on Pinterest. So yeah, cool. I'll just go on this right top where there's a download sign. Press and save. Cool. So you go on gallery, you're going to find your PNG file. PNG files. So yeah guys, it's been TK Graphics. If you have any questions, please don't forget to inbox me. So don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. You have even started making me to upload videos in YouTube, guys. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Peace.